my gosh. Count with me, you guys. I received checks in the mail, mailbox goodies, as I call it, 2 days ago. Oh, was it 2 days ago? Oh, yesterday? Was it yesterday? Yes, yesterday, Feb 26th. I just marked it. I usually, where's that? My stamp. And then I count it. I haven't even counted it, so I will count it with you guys. I was supposed to count it last night, but then my energy waned down, so we're doing it now. And I'm so excited because this is totally a surprise. I wasn't really expecting it. So, oh, let's do this. By the way, hello, hello. It's been a hot minute. If this is the first time you're seeing me, I did a go live earlier. I shared it also on my page. I got interviewed by one of my business coaches in my team, Coach Jean. Thank you for having me. And I'm Katrina. If this is the first time you're seeing me, I love what I do. I help immigrant career moms move beyond the 9 to 5. And let's do this. I'll do a little celebration for today because I got really insightful and really good messages from the people that I'm working with and also someone who's coming into the business. So I'll share that with you and how I reacted to that and how I'm very grateful for those. So let's do this. So how I do this usually is, of course, I have my handy dandy calculator. There you go. And then it's been a while since I last did this one. It's a little extra busy, especially tomorrow is the last day of the February promo with one of our affiliate companies. And I've sent a bunch of applications, order forms, business contracts. That's why the other day I slept like 2 in the morning already. Of course, that's not my everyday. It's just, in the very busy moments, especially when it comes to promos, a lot of people are wanting to get started and take advantage of that promo, which will end tomorrow. And I also have coaching call tomorrow, like a group, because they wanted to take advantage of that. So I'm so excited for all of you. So congratulations for those of you who have taken action and started. We submitted your order forms, your contracts, so that's now in process, and we will be unlocking your training site really soon. So I'm so excited, and of course, thank you for the trust. I don't take that very lightly, and you are in for a ride. So we will be with you, of course. All right, so how I do this is I usually just mention the equivalent of it with as compared to my admin job salary. Okay, every now and then, of course, I would receive checks. Sometimes there are not always the big checks, but there will be residuals. But still, it's a good residuals. Imagine, staying home. Of course, I do my work. I do my thing. Yes, if you're wondering how often do we get paid here in the online space, here in my online business, you can get paid every day if you generated sales, quote unquote, at the back end for like every day. Then in the next coming weeks, then you'll get compensated for that in the same manner that you generated that sales at the back end. Okay, so again, we don't do the traditional selling here. I don't post products or services. Of course, there's affiliate products and companies at the back end, but you get to know that as you move into the sales funnel, the system. Okay, that is part of the attraction marketing part of that. Okay, so to give you an idea, I used to make $19 per hour as an admin assistant. By the way, are you guys here? Let me see. Yeah, just let me know in the chat where you're tuning in from, which city and country you're tuning in from, and what time. Let me know what time is it there on your end. So I know, what time you guys are tuning in and what you're doing. Maybe you're just peeking in, and it's still office hours for a lot of you here, especially if you're tuning in from US, North America, or Canada here. It's $19 per hour. So let's just convert that one. So I was just expecting, okay, I saw, let's see this. Oh, I think the other ones I can say, if it's less than $500, I think I can say it. But for anything bigger than that, you guys do the math. I'll let you compute. Okay. So I was just expecting, okay, this first one is let me see, $142. The other one is $320. The other one is $71. So let's do that. 142, 320. So that's already like 533, like three checks. So sometimes I would receive, those smaller checks. I say smaller relatively to the other checks that I would receive. But 7 years ago, these are like huge, huge. Of course, these are, fun, money too. And I'm very grateful. And then as I was looking, there's one check that's like, where did this come from? I was so shocked. And then when I look at it, I was like, oh, I qualified for contests with one of our affiliate companies. I was like, what? This is crazy. So this is like on top of the regular commissions, other monthly and quarterly bonuses, which I recently received, which is worth like a year of my admin job salary. And this is what is like, what? So this one is worth, I'll tell you, divided by, my admin job salary. Oh, okay. Let me see. So I make $19 per hour. Okay. So that's about, okay. That's about 100 something in a day. So now this, oh, come on. Where's my math in here? Oh, wow. This is worth, uh, what? This is worth 4.6 months of my admin job salary. For the other one, this is crazy. So if I add the other one plus, and then the other one, plus the other one, and so I make about 2,100 net for my admin job salary before. So all of this in total, these checks, like how many is this? Like four, one, two, yeah, four checks like that. It's worth 4.9, so 5 months worth of my admin job salary. This is crazy. So now what I'll do is I will write it down. Where is my handy dandy pink pen? Where's my favorite pen in the world? Let me see. Where did I put it? Okay, I'll just use this one. What is the total here? Oops. Now I have to do it again. Because then I'll tell you, okay? I'll give you a quick sneak peek. And I was like, because my husband handed it to me, and I was like, what? He was like, also curious, like, why was my reaction like that? And then the reason is this one. Let's do this. Are you guys excited? Yes. I'm going to show you quickly. So your eyes should be really quick, okay? Hey, Coach Mildred, how are you? Nice to see you here. Cherry from Victoria, BC. Thank you. Roselle Shake, hello. Maggie, hello. Thank you. And this is it. Are you ready? Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, did you guys see that? I don't know if it's on the other side, but it's also here. There you go. Oh, my handy dandy pink watch. I'm so grateful. Oh my gosh. Because I told my husband, oh, this is totally unexpected. I didn't know I won like contest. Like, what? It's like free money, literally. And I am so, so grateful. And I also just want to celebrate, also to acknowledge, I think sometimes, and this is your sign also to do it. I think sometimes we are sometimes getting too hard on ourselves and we're not celebrating the wins in the journey, especially if you're here in the business, if you're a mentor or coach, or even if you're brand new, like, the journeys are actually, the destination is actually the journey itself. You don't need to wait for, the huge accomplishments, the huge checks like this to celebrate yourself. But so now I'm taking the time. I think this is the first time I'm doing this live. I want to take this time to acknowledge also these comments and to share with you my thoughts on it. And I received this 3 messages, almost one after the other, just this past week. And I want to commemorate the feeling. That's why I'm doing this go live, and also take you into the insights, what's going on behind that message. So the first one is because I've been here in the social media space doing this online business for almost 7 years now. So yes, I have pretty much a bunch of experience already when it comes to not just the social media skills, but I think most importantly is handling relationships, like dealing with relationships within the business. That means with my business partners, with my mentees, with leads coming into my funnel, with leads, people, basically leads are just wanting to get more information in the business, or taking their first step, whatever they are in the journey. And I just want to acknowledge that one, and also tell you that at the end of the day, yes, I might be always be actively posting about this my business, this opportunity, because I'm here on my business page. But at the same time, let you know and let you really hone it down to make you realize that at the end of the day, this is a people business. And I'd like to borrow this quote from our one of our head coaches in the community, that the best asset in this business are the people, and the worst asset in this business is also the people. I say that because we say that it because we're dealing with human emotions here. We're dealing with human beings. And especially that's a good reminder for especially working in the online space, and also those who are just consuming, the audience, that at the end of the day there is a human being at the other end of the screen, at the other end of the phone or the laptop. And sometimes people are just have that keyboard courage to leave some nasty comments even if they don't know the person. And for us business owners, like working leveraging social media, sometimes yes, it can sting, especially when we're just starting out. Especially me, I take that personally, but now I like these people are, I'm sometimes feel sad for them, that I know they're coming from broken experience that they've had in the past, and now they're projecting it to others. And at the same breath, I want to share how people can also make you feel like you celebrate. And I want to, sorry for my I have my automated responses there, so just don't mind that one. Okay. Sometimes when you comment a certain word, it automatically triggers it. So the first one, I want to share messages, like two of from my mentees, and the other one is from a new, getting onboarded in the business. And I just want to appreciate your messages, and I also want to savor it. That also kind of give myself a pat on the back, not to impress you guys, but to impress upon you what's possible in the online space. Not just the, of course, not just the money, right? But also the business relationships that you get to develop as you go through this journey. And the very first one is, I'm not gonna show their names, but I will basically, they will know when they see this. This one, first one is a message from my mentee, because I got busy, really busy the past few days, because I was back and forth with some of them wanting to upgrade their business license, and I'm handling new business contracts, new orders, things like that. And I was just doing my thing because this is how I work. And I was giving her the scenarios, the options that she can choose from in terms of handling her business and how she can grow her business. And she, all of a sudden, she sent me this, like, thanks, coach. I'm choosing what you suggested, scenario one, because I gave her like 2 or 3 scenarios of what she can do best. I love that you explained the different scenarios. I'm very lucky to have you as a coach. And I was like, I was taken aback because it's like already 10 in the evening, more than like super late in the evening. I was tired already physically, but I'm still doing my best. I told her, hang in there. I'm just visiting your accounts and making sure we are doing the best strategy. And I I am a very detailed person, obviously. So I was doing hers on Canva. I can just do it simply, handwritten, but I was doing it not just for her, but it's actually more for me as well. Because I needed that reference. So when we talk again later about strategies on growing her business, is that there's already a reference. I actually recorded a Loom video as well, and I showed her like, "Hey, this is option one. This is what's possible, and this is this, and then this is option two. If you do this, this will happen." Da, da, da. So, and then I suggested actually. Personally, if I'm in your shoes, if I'm in your situation, I would choose scenario one. Why? Because da da da. But at the end of the day, you decide. So I empower my mentees. I empower the people that I work with, because at the end of the day, that is, I think that would be the selfish goal. There is, I will be proud of them because that means, hey, I taught that person, she learned something from me, and I'm proud when that happens, right? And of course, it's when my mentees, my business team members are independent, that's a pride that I am grateful to experience. And yeah, so I'm very grateful for that. So to you, you know who you are. I highly, highly appreciate this one. And sometimes in our busy days, I now have like, I think more than 2,500 in my team. I have, of course, different coaches and mentors that handle those sub teams as well. It's sometimes um, surprise messages like this, or simple messages like this, it makes our day. It makes my day. I was like, this is one of the reasons why I love and enjoy what I do, why it doesn't feel like work, why I don't mind staying up late or waking up early if I needed to sell some contracts or assist somebody. This is one of those things that make the journey so much worth it. And because there's another person that I'm actually having a relationship with, right? And there's another one. Actually, this is like almost back to back, like same night. And this is another one of my mentees. So I was helping her out with a new business contract as well. She's having her own business mentee. And this is her message. So she said, "Amazing coach. Okay, I will have a look again on the chart, napaka-detailed naman. Ang galing mong mag-explain. Super clear." And I was like, I paused again when I saw this message. Again, I'm showing this to you guys, not to impress you, like how good I work, but to impress upon you that when you take the time to really make something clear for somebody, like to clarify or explain to them, human to human, to make them better understand how they can scale their business, to empower them, not just to always depend on me or to someone who was ahead of them, who have been ahead of them. This is me empowering them. Like, I'm doing this extra work now because I know you're going to learn from this, and I want you to duplicate this process for you and your team. I want you to learn how I do things and own it like yourself. Like, if you learn something from this, do it and put your own flair to it. And then when she said, napaka-detailed naman, I think this is also one of the reasons why my bosses at the law firm, they love me. They I started there as a junior filing clerk, like literally just filing files, putting them in alphabetical order. I didn't have any law experience. I didn't even have like a law clerk degree, or I didn't have any of those. So they must have seen something in me, which I'm very grateful for. So I was literally just putting them in order. And then after almost 2 years there, the last position, they promoted me to basically the legal secretary of one of the law firm's partners meaning one of the owners of the company. And that was really huge because because I think that looking back, hiring is actually hire for the when you get to the point that you're able to hire for your business, you should hire a person based on their personality, based on their attitude. The skills will follow. And I think somehow they saw that in me, and I'm very grateful for that. And law firm and then the investment firm, yes, And I think that part of me being detailed, sometimes it goes on against me because I tend to be type A. To have I have to do something in a certain way. So delegation is really my weakness, and I know that, right? So me being able to hire a virtual assistant, it's a huge, huge step because that means I'm delegating parts, admin tasks of my business. And I am grateful that you guys appreciate how I help you along the way. Okay. And then the last one, but definitely not the least, is this one. This one is coming from somebody new, really brand new, and just in the first stages of their business. And she said, I would usually ask the people like, what got you interested in making money online? And then they would actually respond to my email or messages. And this person said, my purpose in joining this community is to augment my retirement funds. This person is actually a lawyer, mind you, and she already owns a business here in Canada, and she is still looking for something to supplement it through online means. I have been following a few of you, but decided to choose you as I prefer an extremely competent mentor. I was like, what? I was taken aback. I was like, what? I think this is the first time somebody told, like, extremely with that word. And I was like, whoa. And I was, yeah, I was taken aback. I was like, wow, somebody really looks up to me. And it hit me like I was lost for words, like now. I was like, but I do really appreciate it. And I go back to this rule as well, that when someone asks, how soon can I earn in this business? And I share this rule, the 1357 rule. Give yourself a year to be profitable, 3 years to quit your job if you want to really go full time, 5 years to really get high income, and 7 years to be world class. And I'm on my seventh year right now. And saying the term world class still feels like an alien word to me. But I think I'm on that part that, yes, I am competent versus 7 years ago, comparing to my old self, not comparing it with others. And I do appreciate this. And I also share this because this is what it means when you show up authentically, when you keep learning on honing your craft. In my case, social media skills, like doing go lives like this, posting, sharing stories, that's part of the skills. And of course, the skills in terms of the internal, like the working with our affiliate companies, how commissions work, the business strategy. I'm still, always finding ways how to do that best, not just of course for me, but most especially now for my growing team, because I've learned so many mistakes in the past, so I don't want them. I'm compressing the timeline for them. So that's also part of the skills. And me also, skills is also relationship skills, relational skills. How do I deal with people, like the leads who are having a lot of objections or questions? And also in my team, my business mentees, they're feeling overwhelmed at times. They feel like they have to do a lot at the beginning, and they're busy in their lives. How do I address that in such a way that it's not preachy, that it's not like, you guys, you should do that? Like, no, you have to go down to basically in the trenches with them, and put yourself in their own shoes, and how would you empathize with them? That's also a skill, right? And since, because I've been doing this consistently for the past 7 years, that's why I believe that is the reason why she saw that. And it's not the first time somebody told me, it's just a different wording. But sometimes when I hop on a call, they would say, "Oh, Katrina, I've seen a lot of ads like yours, but for some reason I got attracted more to you." And because it's not flashy, it's not loud, I feel like I connect that with that more. Of course, I'm not saying the others are bad. It's just that it's not the way I would want to show up online. And that's where attraction marketing also goes through, because it could go also the other way. Maybe you've been seeing me, just don't like me for some reason, right? I'm not even doing anything, and that's okay, because as they say, our own vibe attracts our tribe. And that is, I think, a good way to protect ourselves, because sometimes you just met this person like in person, and the moment they enter the room, there's just not a good vibe with them. You just don't want to do anything with this person, right? And maybe the feeling is mutual. Still experience those things these days, right? And that's okay, because at the end of the day, you wouldn't want to work with that person, right? And the opposite of that is, if you resonated more with me than other people, then I would say it's not an accident. Take that as a sign, and most probably I would feel the same. It will be a mutual experience for both of us. So I rely on that. If someone is really negative and wanting to debate or argue with me, not for the sake of really wanting to learn more, just for the sake of putting shade, putting the business down, or me personally, I would say no, thank you. It's all right. You can go your way, and I will still keep doing what I do with the people who wants to work with me. And I don't mean that in a shady way, but totally, it's just for us to work peacefully together, like away, right? You can work your way however you want. If you don't want anything to do with this, that's okay, because I always say anybody can do this business. If you're willing to put in the work, the faith, the belief, yes, this is also for you. But not this is not for everyone. Meaning, if you're not willing to do the work, if you are not willing to take on that bet on yourself, to step outside of your comfort zone and see what's possible for you as well, then this might not be the one that you're looking for. Okay. And I do honor, I do respect the people who love their 9 to 5, and that is okay. My husband loves his 9 to 5, and I respect that. And that is our initial agreement. Like, he would let me do my thing here now that he supports me like 1,000%. But he asked me also that he would never quit his job, like as of now, because he loves his craft. He enjoys his career more than the earning part of it. And he is also grateful that he said, I'm grateful I get to enjoy my career and not really worry about like how much income he's contributing in the household, because we have this. And I don't take that very lightly, right? So there you have it. Hey, Coach Franco, Vlogger Yan, kumusta ang ating orange? I'm now wearing the orange, like your new iPhone. I just saw you here. There you go. So those are just some of the things I want to share with you. And if this resonates with you, if you're in the online space, if you're more my team or in the same community, then let me know what you think. I just want to acknowledge every one of you here. Hey, May Mai was able to. I love like a wedding outfit there, formal gown. There you go. Nice to see you here. Yes, Coach Rebecca in the house. Also got her surprise mailbox goodies. Hello, hello. Congrats, Coach Rebecca. Hey, Coach Jenny, Linus Queen. Ooh, I love your picture in there. Hey, Zora, watching from Sweden. What time is it there? There you go. And of course, Coach Franco, Ruby. Hello, hello. Yeah, orange, right? Ah, thank you. Oh, you know what? Believe it or not, I hated my voice the first time we had this activity way back in college, university, because my course is broadcast communication. So we had a radio 101. I forgot. Like, yeah, it's about like the voice, radio. We would do a radio show. So one of the first ones is we have to record ourselves reading something, and then we have to practice modulating, meaning we have to lower down instead of, hi, we're excited. Our tone is very. The first time I listened to my voice, I was like, I don't know if I'm still gonna do this. Why did I sign up for this? Yeah, so it's not always like this. Although yes, now my voice is kind of modulated, but this is also like my normal speaking voice. I'm grateful I sounded like my mom, but it's a skill also. Um, and yeah, thank you for that, Coach Franco. I just wanted to share that one. And yes, for example, I would read something here on my vision board, a card that was given to me by my mentee. So, for example, if it's a high pitch, dear Coach Katrina, of course that's so fake. When you're excited, dear Coach Katrina, thank you for the wisdom you've shared, for playing such an important role in my growth. You've been like a true eagle. So, it's like you don't want to listen to me, right? But the way I would modulate it is like this. Dear, but still my voice. Dear Coach Katrina, thank you for the wisdom you've shared and for playing such an important role in my growth. You've been a true eagle, sharp eyed, attentive to every detail. So, and when you take your time, kind of, slowly, um, it's a, it's a skill also that when we practice, you get better. And thank you, Coach Franco. Oh, thank you, Gail. You know what? Maybe I can do like a little training for everybody. One of my um, earliest mentors was in high school. I did this. Yeah, actually, her name is Mom Velarde, Mrs. Velarde. She was also my grade three teacher, and then in high school for years, she became our um, my English teacher, and she volunteered me in a oration, like oratorical content. So I think this is the first time I'm sharing this, and like this is in a week's time. I don't know what happened, but they just announced it now, and then all of a sudden we need to like join next week. And then the dean of the school, the high school department, she wrote an oratorical piece about democracy, something like that. So it's a long like this, and I need to memorize that by heart and then deliver it in the oratorical piece with emotions and all. I think the first part is like hearken something like deep words, and I won on the first leg of it, so we were able to go to a regional contest. And I remember she would really train me to do that. And then in college, oh, no, no, no. From her, what I learned is this one. Whenever you talk, for example, you're gonna have a speech or presentation at work, for example, she instructed me to do this, the A, E, I, O, U, and then you do it like really stretch. Ah, so it's your facial muscles, your mouth, the way your tongue will have like a stretching, like having a little exercise for your facial muscles. So you do that A, E, I, O, U, like exaggerate it, so it will also relax your muscles before you talk. A, E, I, O, U. A, E, I, O, U. So you do that. Okay. So I hope that helps. 905 there. Zora, hello. Oh, thank you, Coach Franco. Actually, I think I would be not hosting, be a guest in one of the podcasts. One of my mentees is gonna be hosting. She's rolling that out, so I think that would be a great one. And actually, it's also on my kind of dream list, but kind of far away. So we'll look into that. Oh, really? You're so. I think it's the same way, Coach Franco. Like the way you also laugh, Yeah, thank you for that. Okay, so there you have it, everybody. I will now go down to business. I'll be submitting more contracts to seal the deal for the promo for some of our new business mentees. I hope this inspires you somehow, and so also just get to know me and what I do, and maybe you're interested, or maybe you are already into this and you're just taking your sweet time, fence sitter. And I hope this somehow brings you a little nudge forward. And it's February, technically still a brand new year. This could be the best year, start of your best years ahead. So, and I'm grateful to each and every one of you who are always, commenting, engaging with my posts, and cheering me on. and just for being here. I do appreciate you and my journey, of course. You're all part of it. And I'm grateful for the trusts, for the relationship, even if, a lot of you here I won't be seeing in person in this lifetime, but just here online. I don't take that lightly. Thank you so much for everything, for being part of this. Okay, so there you have it. I'm going to have my first meal of the day. Am I fasting? Am I fasting? Oh no, I already ate the sandwich. So I'll just eat a bit more and then get back to business. Okay. Hey, thank you as well. Jocelyn, thank you as well. Okay, thanks everybody. Coach Ranka, thank you. See you next in the next few weeks in Punta Cana. Okay, awesome. Thanks everyone. Cheers. God bless.